Hello and welcome back. SNS Pigskin picks for a Week 5 NFL recap. I'm joined by PF Paul Frazier, Jeremiah Sheen. What is going on, guys?
Oh man, the teasers are coming in today.
For one, big pimping. It's been a while since I heard that, David. Yeah. It was Roger who told me that, wasn't it? Big pimping.
Yeah. So another wild week in the NFL. Crazy finishes. Just ending up here in the Seattle Giants game, Cardinals 49ers game, and more craziness in the early slot of games. Let's kick it off with the Panthers and Bears, and we'll get into that. Okay, Panthers and Bears, pretty much a blowout, 36-10. Bears cover the -4. Andy Dalton didn't really get it going, and yeah.
Was it Caleb Williams coming out party, or was it the Chicago Bears defense coming out party? Who knows? But either way, it was just Carolina, so they seemed to put up some points.
Was it the Red Rifle was firing blanks?
He's been firing blanks for a while, but that game against Las Vegas, after Las Vegas beat Baltimore, that was a surprise. But Carolina's kind of sitting down like we thought they would. Yeah, not looking too good.
The defense got a lot of holes in it. Yeah, that defense is a sieve, right? I mean, they were down 27-7 at half. And, Bears were running on them. And then DJ Moore was doing his thing, 2 touchdowns, 300 yards for Caleb Williams. I don't know if it's a true test, but I mean, well, the Bears are 3-2 and 3-0 at home. So got to give props to them. They did the job. Panthers probably looking for a new QB next year is what I'm thinking. So,
they squandered all their assets. I'm not really sure, they're going to have a good pick again. That being said, don't they? Or no, they don't owe any more picks. Are they done with that?
No, they gave up the Caleb pick and then DJ Moore. And then I think they owe a second round pick, maybe.
Shedeur Sanders is not going to Carolina. 100%. His dad will never let him. I'm not sure who they're liking. If Quinn Ewers, maybe he's the savior. Who knows, right?
How many think they're waiting. It's like a first-round draft pick overall. Great in college. He is odd in college. Comes to the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, look at CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud did it just the special guys do it, right? So
but Arch Manning, a big hyped up prospect. I don't know if he's coming out of the draft yet, but he's the nephew of Eli and Peyton.
Oh no, he'll be staying in Texas to start in Texas for his senior year, 100%. I bet on that one.
Yeah, and then Jalen Milroe from Alabama as well is a chance. He's like a dual threat, really fast, strong, kind of Lamar type of guy. But yeah. So Bears will move on to 3-2, and then the Panthers 1-4. I believe they host Atlanta next week, so divisional game. Maybe they have some hope, but
have the Cats been declawed?
Well, yeah, they're the worst team in the league, pretty much the last couple of years, so they've been declawed for a while. Let's move along to the Ravens and Bengals overtime thriller. Ravens win in overtime. Wow, that was probably the game of the year. Justin Tucker,
no defense at all.
No, the over was funny. Yeah, Jamar Chase had his $193, 10 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Cincy up 10 in the fourth quarter, just choked it away.
Just can't get it done.
No, I mean, they had the ball, I think, in the Baltimore 35, and they ran it 3 times. After Joe Burrow's been throwing for 5 touchdowns and whatnot. So that didn't work. They missed a field goal. Baltimore obviously comes back, ties the game, goes to overtime, and then Bob's your uncle. So
I've
since he
seen
won
the
in
Ravens
4,
do that to my Steelers on more than one occasion. So feels like there's another cats out there that are declawed, huh?
not a week for the cats right now. So the kitty cats are not really purring.
The frosted tips are crying. That's for sure.
Exactly. So it's like, I mean, you give the Ravens an opportunity, they're going to take advantage of it, and that's exactly what they did. Derrick Henry, huge run.
Several times. The Steelers had a brain fart, and it's a bite in the ass.
Yeah.
And not just my Steelers, teams.
Yeah.
Brain fart, bite in the ass.
For sure. So big run by Derrick Henry. Pardon me?
I said this is a family show, Paul. He's saying words like fart and eggs.
Okay, so that was a pretty crazy finish. We're gonna move along to the Bills and Texans. Another crazy finish here. I mean, I thought the Bills had a chance to win this game late, and they were passing a lot in their own territory, and then they gave the Texans great field position, and before you know it, Texans marched down. Kymie Fairbairn, 59-yarder for the win. What'd you think about that one?
Tale of two halves, really. Houston looked like they were just going to roll over them. Nothing was going to happen. It was the same Josh Allen from the Baltimore game. What's going on? Buffalo's in a tizzy. No, they come back. They look good. They score their points in the second half. And their defense, hats off to the defense. They did a great job. But at the end of the game there, all they really gave up is a couple of field goals in the second half.
They stymied.
You can't really be mad at the defense, like they got rolled up, but they did their thing. CJ, the legend of CJ Stroud grows.
4-1 now.
Yeah, he's money.
But I mean, I noticed Nico Collins left the game. I'm not sure if he returned. But
Tank Dell is good. He's got a real good rapport with Tank Dell. Diggs will have to step up. Nico Collins is huge, and he's huge for them. But I think they're going to survive. I think they got enough firepower at wide receiver to carry
the first 2,000-yard receiver in NFL history.
Yeah,
it's still early, but no one's ever had 2,000 yards for a receiver, which is pretty impressive. But second straight loss for the Bills. What were your thoughts on the Bills there, Jerry?
Oh man, they're still there. I still see the team that was undefeated. So I think it's we're gonna keep going. I think that they'll come out with a win on Monday night next week against the Jets. The Jets will continue to slide, and I'm not worried about my Bills.
So this was an anomaly, according to Joe Public, Mr. Jer.
Well, Texans are tough to beat at
home. The favorite hawk.
Texans are 3-0 at home, right? So they're pretty tough to beat at home. So, I mean, they were down big time in this game. So Buffalo, valiant effort to come back.
Yeah.
Not quite enough. Props to the Texans. They hold on. And let's move along to the Colts versus the Jags. Jags up 14 late in the fourth quarter. They think they have it in the bag. Old man Flacco says, "Hold my beer." Scores two straight
times. Thought they had it in the bag, but then it was garbage time. Just slinging it.
Teeth by a horseshoe. Damn, 3 cats in a row being declawed today.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Jaguars won. They covered the spread, for me at least. But, it's not the way you want to win. You want to win by double digits going away comfortably. And then the other team comes back and ties it. And then you got to get a game-winning field goal, which was no gimme. But, hey, props to them. They're 1-4. Colts did not have Anthony Richardson, and they dropped to 2-3. They're 0-2 on the road. Cam Little hits the game winner, and Tank Bigsby had a big game. Travis Etienne hasn't been doing too much, so that was interesting to see. So Jags will move along, and let's go to one of the uglier games. Dolphins, Patriots. My underdog money line pick came through with the Dolphinos.
Nice.
And I think at one point this game was like 7-6 in the fourth quarter. I was like, man, first team to 10 wins. And that was pretty much true. I think Dolphins scored, 2 touchdowns late or 1 touchdown late. Alec Ingold. Huntley, not great. Throws for 194, no touchdowns, interception. And we had a Tariq Hill sighting. 6 receptions, 69 yards, something. So
DeMondre Stevenson
moving 2 and
run
3.
was the only reason that the Patriots shouldn't jump off a bridge. But, they in the early in the year, but they're really showing their true colors now. And I think they're going to be one of those teams that people should take notice and just attack them at all costs. I know the spreads are going to be.
The spreads will be inflated for them.
Prastadomus, right? And this was one of the games that you took a nap on while it was playing, and you didn't really miss a whole hell of a lot after you woke up. Was it one of those?
No, pretty much, Paul. But it had the lowest over/under of all the games, like 36. It went underneath the total. I mean, you're playing with backup QBs, right? So you kind of get what you pay for in that game. But
so then the guy in Vegas had no faith all in this game.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, Miami opened up as a favorite, and then New England went to favorite, and then Miami went back to a favorite. So Vegas had no clue. They just said, we'll flip a coin, and someone will take somebody, and somebody will win, somebody will lose. We'll get the juice, and we move on. But we're going to move on.
You lose.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to move along to a beatdown. Browns versus Commanders. I believe this was your bronze picture. 34 Commanders. Browns a lowly 13.
Hey, my lucky number.
If people haven't thought that Jaden Daniels has arrived, he is now officially arrived. This is just a point machine. He's really creative. Whenever he's got the ball in his hands, he's really dangerous. The Browns keep showing us how horrible they are with Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
I have no idea how they're not going to start Jameis Winston next year. Like they have to change something. Like the defense was okay for a second, but
Yeah, I mean, I think they would be like throwing in the towel pretty much, and I mean there are 1-4, so what do they really have to lose? But I think it's just the embarrassment factor.
Haven't the Browns been like that? And no offense to Browns fans, they're in the Steelers division.
They made the playoffs last
year. There have been times. Remember, I'm a Steelers fan. I've been one for a hell of a long time. The Browns, the dog pound, got its name for a reason. They ain't just because they're this bad. No, I want to see the Brown. I want to see the Browns of old. I want to see my Steelers. This curtain walk into the dog pound and the steel curtain get pissed on. I would like to see the Browns of old. And
I hear you. Yeah, they're going to need a little bit of help. I think Nick Chubb will be back in a week or two, which is pretty much their offense. So they can work on their play action. I think that'll help. Without that, you need a running game. And
it was a couple of years ago where they actually made a name for themselves. It was like they're not the basic team anymore.
They made the playoffs last year with a backup quarterback. While your Steelers missed the playoffs. So yeah, I mean they're formidable. That's why we're talking about them. But let's move along. Raiders and Broncos, AFC West clash. the Raiders scored the first 10 points, and then they pretty much checked out. I think
I know you're always holding out hope for the Raiders to be good again. I just don't see it. This is another one of these teams.
I wouldn't say good. I would say
on a weekly basis. They're horrible. Broncos are showing some light. They're showing that they got a defense and they can beat the supposed better teams of the league. The Tampa Bays, the Jets, people are, they got faith in these teams, and then the Broncos are beating them. So they're showing some life here.
So wait, the Broncos have some giddy up?
Yeah, they're competitive. I mean, they got
great defense. And now they're what, 3-2?
3-2. They had that crazy pick six from Patrick Surtain at the
so like 100 yards ago.
100 yards. Yeah, there was 3 of those plays. There was that from Surtain. There was a play like that from the Seahawks in the upcoming game where it was on the goal line. The guy picked it up, ran 100 yards. And then the Rams had like a 90-yard pick six. So there was some.
Oh, that was terrible. I can't believe Green Bay won that game after that horrible pick six. But LA's offense is really sputtering without Puka, without their guys. Yeah. So.
Well, Raiders were without Devontae Adams, and they were without their starting running back, Zamir White. So it's pretty much their talent level showed there. Denver took advantage. They got some turnovers, and they ran the ball, and the Mile High magic might be back for Denver. They look competitive this year. So props to the boys.
Tank for Shedeur then for the Raiders?
I don't know, but I heard something about Travis Hunter saying that he would love to stay in Colorado.
Oh.
Right. But Raiders are 2-3. I don't know if you can start tanking right now. I think they can be competitive in some games. But yeah, that was just a one-sided game after the first quarter. Let's move along to a upset, probably the biggest upset of the week. Cards, 49ers. Sloppy play by 49ers, late fumble. Cardinals shut them out in the second half. Win 24-23. Cover the spread, obviously, and win outright, and probably break a lot of money line parlays.
I cashed in the money line parlay after
is Vegas upset with those dirty birds?
Time, guys. What's that?
Yeah, I had Cardinals plus 12, so I was sitting pretty most of the game anyway.
Yeah. I mean, even if you had them plus 7, you were pretty good most of the game until like halftime. They were kind of giving it up to SF, but man, 49ers 2-3. It's not looking good. I know they're banged up, but yeah. Arizona, huge comeback after getting beat up last week. Any other thoughts on that game for you?
No, it was kind of a stinker after the first half. So yeah, it was definitely on the TV, and I was checking in on it. But yeah, besides that blocked field goal from San Francisco and the 50-yard dash for a touchdown, Kyler Murray, it was definitely a bit of a defensive struggle.
Yeah, and Purdy was only really getting the ball to Ayuk. That was about it. Kittle wasn't really doing much. And SF offense, I mean, I was surprised. You put up 23 in the first half, a donut in the second half. That's pretty harsh. Wow. So Cardinals moved to 2-3. SF drops to 2-3. And we're going to move along to the Packers in the Rams. It was kind of like a home game for the Packers from the sound of the crowd. Whenever they did something, you got a huge cheer. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. It's LA.
Their fans travel well, whatever. You know how that goes too.
Yeah.
What else does Wisconsin have to really live for? Right?
Well, they got basketball, they have football, pretty much college sports. But they cover, and they moved to 3-2. Rams dropped to 1-4. Stafford tried a little valiant backdoor cover effect, but did not work out. And Packers, they stepped up when they needed to. I think they had a couple of interceptions, which helped out. And I read a stat that they have the most takeaways this year on defense. I'm surprised.
That's not bad.
Well, the defense has stepped up in Jordan Love's absence, and Malik Willis did okay too. But,
but I mean, I didn't expect their defense, because their defense on paper still lets up a decent amount of points. But when you're taking the ball away, that's always going to help, right? Whether you're scoring or not. So props to Green Bay
at the right opportunity.
Exactly.
Taking the ball away is no problem. Taking the ball away and running for the scoring touchdown, well, that might be a wee bit different.
That's exactly it, Paul. So, we're going to move along to the Giants upsetting the Seahawks.
Drum roll, please.
No Malik Neighbors, no Singletary for the Giants. Blocked field goal at the end of the game.
Touchdown to seal it up. Another medal pick gone awry for me. Folks, just pick against my medal picks and you will win some money. That's all I have to say. My last few gold picks have been horrendous. That being said, my silver and bronze did cash, so there is a little bit of life, I think.
Yeah.
Have a back for gold then, Jer. Have plan B. Plan A goes, have plan B.
This Tracy running back from the Giants impressed me. I don't know if he's related to Dick Tracy, but this guy ran really well, 129 yards, 18 carries. I mean, that's impressive. Slayton had a big game.
Yeah, Slayton looked good.
These guys have a little bit of bark. Wan'Dale Robinson had a touchdown as well, and I thought Seattle just looked a little lethargic. They weren't getting those big chunk plays that they usually get.
No, I know. From Detroit to this game, what a difference! They're Detroit, maybe their defense was just a little under the weather, nervous from the night game, whatever that may be. But the Giants defense is really showing everyone that they're at least a little bit formidable.
I don't think they've let up more than 20 points in any game. Because against Dallas, they only let up
vaunted Jaden Daniels to 7 field goals. Holding the Seahawks to only 20. Wow, right? Daniel Jones actually looks like he's got
Cowboys too.
Step.
I think Cowboys only scored 20 points as well. So
it sounds like the Giants have shut down Seattle, the Seahawks fans. Shut up the fans. And
that was Seahawks' first loss at home.
Exactly. Kudos to the Giants. Then they shut up the shut up the Seahawks fans, then they deserved that.
Exactly. At the end of the game, they did. On that blocked field goal, they did, because I thought for sure Seahawks were going to tie it. We're going to go to overtime. Seahawks likely win, but Giants stepped up. Props to them. They moved to 2-3 and showing signs of some life. Seattle, I think they, they're probably a little bit tired, and Giants obviously look really spry. So props to the Giants. And any other thoughts you want to throw in there, Jerry? I got one question I was going to ask you after that.
Yeah, no, I am. I won a few teasers this week. Had Cardinals plus 12, like I said. I also have New Orleans plus 13 tomorrow night to win another teaser.
I'm
taking advantage of these large numbers, especially with these teams that can put up points. Like the Kansas City Chiefs are undefeated, and they're probably going to win at home. But if you give any NFL team 13 points, it's pretty nice. The odds are. I love it.
On the NFL action, like the games today, like the finishes and anything that surprised you, or
Yeah, it's
49.
yeah, the Niners are definitely, but I knew from week one when Kyler Murray almost handed Buffalo their behinds. I knew he was good. Yeah,
Great bounce.
and until 49ers are whole again, I just don't know. Just don't know where they're at.
Well, isn't that the same for any
Yeah,
team?
totally agree with you.
Get the complete whole team. Get all the core players, all the best
In
players.
theory.
I'm playing
In theory,
against, it doesn't matter what other team. You get core players, D players against each
totally.
other.
But that's got
Now
a
you
lot of
gotta
stars.
Yeah, it's got to be next man up too, right? This is the NFL. This is the best players in the world. So there's got to be a guy sitting on the bench waiting that's just almost as talented, right?
That's what I mean. That's basically what we watch the game for. I want to see my Le'Veon Bell or whoever is left. Or in my case, I want to see the next Jerome Bettis. I want to see the next Bus. I want to see the next Molian Superman, Troy Polamalu doing that cat. I want to see everybody. I want to see the best against the best, not Joe Blow against Joe Blow because Troy got hurt because Smurfette hit him.
Right. So let's finish up that recap section of the show here. And this is a final question for you, Jer. What team do you think is more disappointing? 1-4 Bengals or the 2-3 Niners that we were just talking about?
It's got to be the Bengals. They were in the Super Bowl not too long ago. They're saying Burrow's back. He's finally healthy, and Jamar Chase. Oh, I want the most money of any receiver. And he really showed us something today. But they're not winning. So if they're not winning, he can't ask for 30 whatever million more than Justin Jefferson. And it's the coaching, the decisions, and just everything. They can put up points, but their defense they're done. I really don't think they're going to be making the playoffs. So
it's going to be real tough.
Gotta be the Bengals.
Tough. Hey, if he wants that money, prove that he's worth it.
Well, he kind of did today. That's kind of what I'm saying, but wins are wins. So
yeah. Well, since he will be
throw the ball too
in New York, they'll be in New York next week to face the Giants on Sunday Night Football. So we'll get to see him on prime time. 0-3 at home. Who would have thought that? Bengals, man, that's the most surprising to me. Yeah, so let's sign off here on SNS Pigskin Picks for NFL Week 5 recap. Craziness as usual, but we're going to be back for Cowboys-Steelers recap. So please join us then. Please check out some of our other videos here while I hit my mic. So, yeah. We are out. See you next time on SNS.